welcome to the Send Help Podcast, a podcast and a lifeline for moms who are stuck in the trenches of mommyhood, bringing them encouragement through Jesus, laughter, and sisterhood. Oh my goodness, you guys. I did that from memory.
Yeah.
After months of not saying it.
I did all of this basically from muscle memory.
I can't believe it.
It's like when I checked Carson into Mother's Day out for the first time, I have a code. And I was like,
You're like, oh no.
there's a code? I don't remember entering a code.
It's all new.
Thumb. Muscle memory. Ooh, it worked!
Well, that's
Go,
funny.
thumb, go. Don't look at it. Just,
Right?
where do you need to go, thumb? Oh, you know. You know what you're doing.
Go, little thumb, go!
Now I know my code.
That's amazing.
I know.
Did you look at it?
I did,
Did
yeah.
you do it again and let your thumb
Yeah.
do it and we'll
Yeah.
go, what are you doing, thumb? What are you doing?
What's my code?
That's hilarious.
It's
Okay, you guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have a different background.
We do.
Slightly.
It really looks
This part looks the
a
same.
lot the same.
But we are in a completely new studio. We are in
are.
an actual
We're in a different place.
A fully
different location.
new location. Yes.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we're in high school again
I know, a little bit.
because we're like upstairs at your parents' house.
I know. Yes, we are at my parents' house. They have let us take over their full upstairs.
Yeah.
We have kind of a little apartment. And
Complete with a bathroom.
yeah, I know Christy has her own bathroom and
Yes.
she's so excited about that.
I really am.
Yeah, but I see like a lot of potential for hangouts
Yeah.
where we have somebody come and
Yeah.
we talk and
We
we
can
can
take
get
over the
comfortable,
couch
take
over
over the
there.
couch. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be good.
We could have like that chair that's
Yeah.
over there in the corner and we could like throw a fire up on the
I
screen
know.
and like
Oh my
have
gosh.
readings.
Our Christmas stuff is
It's
gonna be
gonna-
so much
it is.
easier here.
It is.
We don't have to rearrange one
No.
of our living rooms.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It'll be fantastic.
Oh my goodness. So I feel like this is kind of a new era for Send Help Podcast. We
It
are
is.
in season 6 and we're like, how did we
What?
get here? How did we get here?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of seasons only have like 10 episodes.
Mhm.
So I feel like we could be like in episode 20.
I agree, but we are not. We are in season.
We're not. We're in season
Yeah.
6, you said.
Yes,
Yes.
we're not doing HBO seasons. We are
Right.
doing TV sitcom seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they only have like 8
Right.
episodes on HBO, but
And not like some of the Netflix seasons where there's only 8 episodes, but they're 2 hours long.
right now we don't do that to
No.
you. Mm-mm. No,
Yeah.
no. No, we are good old,
1990s
sitcom.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for season 5. It was pretty short, comparatively speaking.
I have no idea.
We usually have about 23 episodes. This last one, I think, was like 15. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is minute details that you don't even care about.
But
and
when we
that's
go
okay.
on tangents, we make them laugh.
You know we like a rabbit trail.
We do.
We really do.
You really do. Totally okay. Rabbit
You
trails are
guys,
good.
though, we are really excited to be back. So it has taken us a couple of months to get
Yeah.
to where we can actually get to a place where we can record.
Yes.
And that is because there are big changes in both of our lives. Big.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we moved into a new
Mhm.
house, and we are becoming a foster family because we're going to foster to adopt, and that's really exciting.
It is exciting.
But we needed that bedroom pronto. As a matter of fact, we have our second home visit on Monday. got a lot of work to do this weekend. Christy has had her hands full this summer. It has been insane.
Yeah.
And then she decided to take
Well-
on a whole new ball game. Literally.
Literally.
Tell us about it, Christy.
I don't want to.
You don't want to.
I don't want to. So, okay. First of all, this is how it started. Okay? It all started with ballet camp. This is how it started. I'm always the mom that's like behind the game on signing up for things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, this is the summer. There's gonna be some camps. I should send them to a couple camps. They keep asking me to go to ballet camp. One of my friends does ballet camp at 2 different places. And I'm always late. I always miss the registration. So this time, I did it like right when summer started. I started looking for all of the camps,
Mm-hmm.
got them into ballet camp, signed them up for pre-ballet because we've never taken a ballet class.
Yeah.
We tried, we attempted, we found a class and took one class 1 week and then everything shut down. And then that particular class never opened again. So we were starting from scratch on trying to find things. Super involved in softball, so never really put much effort into finding something different because I didn't want to do more than one thing.
Yeah.
Well, that went out the window. So
No kidding.
finally got them signed up for ballet camp. They had a blast. The teacher was like, Avery has so much talent, she really needs to be in a class. Okay, so we have the conversation with Avery. Do you want to take ballet? She's like, yes! Like, she was super excited about it. Sign her up. She went into ballet 2. Annabelle would have gone into ballet 1. There was not a class that I could get her in.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ballet 1 classes start at 4:15. School gets out at 3:45.
Yeah, that's insane.
It takes longer than that to get there,
Yeah.
especially in school traffic, going through our school traffic. There's school traffic close to the ballet place. Like, it would have been a nightmare. So I couldn't get her to any of the available classes. So I was like, I'm sorry, Annabelle, you're not going to be able to take ballet. What about soccer? Because she's been asking me for 2 years to sign her up for soccer. And we told Avery, hey, if you're going to do ballet, we're not going to do softball. So you need to pick. She was okay with doing ballet and not doing softball. I was like, we're not going to be running around to softball practices. Hey, Annabelle, you want to try soccer? Because also, I have missed registration for soccer every single year for the last 2 years, like fall and spring.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when it starts, and then all of a sudden I see friends' posts on Facebook of practices and games. I'm like, oh,
Well, we missed it.
that.
Missed it again.
So this year, like, I started searching, like, way ahead of time.
Yeah.
Got her in, got her registered. She's signed up for a team. My job was done. Until registration closes and they send out the email. And y'all already know where I'm going, because if you have kids that play, you've all gotten the email.
You know this email.
Every single sport sends out the email every single season. Fall season, spring season, and it doesn't matter if you're playing honk ball, t-ball, coach pitch, kid pitch, softball or baseball, soccer, football, tennis probably. I don't know what other kinds of sports are there. I don't know. But all of you have gotten the email, right? So I ignored it for a week. And when I say I ignored it, I'm not just talking about one email. I'm talking about an email a day. There are kids for 3 teams. There is 1 coach. I ignored all of the emails for a week. When they started in on the 2nd week of emails, and it was becoming, the wording was getting a little more urgent.
A little more desperate.
I emailed her. I was like, hey, look, here's the deal. I am the last person on the face of the earth that you want to have anything to do with teaching a child how to play soccer.
I do not know soccer. I've never played soccer. I know nothing.
Yeah, I know. I know nothing. I played when I was 5 and I thought it was dumb. I know what the ball looks like, but then I really don't know what the ball looks like because I went to go buy one and they don't look like they did when we were kids.
No, they do not.
So apparently I don't even know what the ball looks like.
I can just see you at Academy.
I went to Target. Like, that's how far off the mark I am. I didn't even want to go to Academy because they ask you if you need help, and I would have just started crying as a little teenager working at Academy that's asking me if I need help. And I'd be like, honey, you have no idea. So 2 weeks. I tell her, I'm like, if literally, if it comes down to you are closing the league and the children don't get to play, I will do it. But I need you to be so desperate that it is between shutting down the 6U league or me. It needs to be that desperate before you tell me that I'm doing this.
Don't just stop looking.
So I think she understood me.
I am not your answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I am not your answer, but I'll do. I'll do in a pinch. So I think she understood because she was like, absolutely, I will keep your name on the back burner. We'll see who else steps up. So all of the coaches, all of the other age groups have had their draft. And we still have not, because there are still no coaches. So she finally sends out an email that says, I have 2 coaches. I only need 1 more. So I very quickly replied. I was like, am I that second coach? And she said, yes, you are.
Oh, gosh.
She sent that email out 3 times. We have 2 coaches for 3 teams. I still need 1 more. She sent that one out for 3 days. And then on the 4th day, she said, congratulations, you are a coach of a 6U soccer team. I was like,
oh, Lord Jesus.
Yay! She's like, draft is tonight. Can you make it?
Oh! Okay, what is draft?
Oh, what's a draft? What's happening?
What does this mean? What, pray tell, do I do?
Yeah. I'm going to pick kids. I don't know any of them. Do I just randomly choose a name? Yes, that's exactly what you do.
What does one wear to a draft?
Right?
What outfit should I wear?
Are we going to be outside on the field? Are we going to be at a Starbucks? What's happening?
Do I wear a coach's jersey?
Right?
Do I wear a windbreaker? Do I need to get a windbreaker? Should I wear a hat?
I was like, I bet my dad still has his coaching shorts.
Maybe I can
call him. I don't think they make them anymore, but that would be great. I feel like it would be very fitting. I'm going to call him and see if he still has his 40-year-old coaching shorts.
Oh my gosh, yes. The short ones.
I don't think he does.
That are tapered and that weird material.
Yeah, it was thick, but it was breathable. I don't understand. I don't know.
Almost like baseball pants.
Yes.
But it was shorts.
Yeah.
And they're tight.
But they make them in pants also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not sure
But they also
what
came
determines
up-
whether you wore the shorts or the pants.
They came up over the man's belly button.
Yeah, but in the 80s, that was what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, I know. It's actually technically the way that dress pants are supposed to fit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I am coaching. And then
With
like
a sports belt.
they reopened registration. Like, hey, let's see if we can get a few more kids in. Oh, well, I'm going to sign all of my kids up then. Because they're going to have to be with me anyway. They might as well play.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out Avery was too old for the team because the U stands for under and not up.
I didn't know that.
So,
I had no idea.
yeah. My
But
whole
the
life I
U-
thought the U was up.
I
But,
thought it was youth, but like we're abbreviating it and using
Oh,
a different
yeah.
letter.
yeah.
Yeah. We're not sports people. You are.
So, but I signed Carson up, so he's on my team. He's the youngest on the team because technically he should be one league down. But he fit, like he could go in either one, and it let me register him for 6, so I put him in 6. And he's on my team. I was like, they're all going to have to be with me anyway. So,
Do tell. Do tell more.
we've had one game.
What's your names?
Oh, we are the Blue Lightning.
Blue Lightning.
Blue Lightning.
I actually wore this shirt because I felt like it was appropriate for
It is appropriate.
for Blue Lightning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And your hopes of tie-dyeing.
Y'all, polyester doesn't tie-dye.
No,
I
learned
need you
this.
all to know that polyester does not tie-dye.
Let's let people learn from what you've learned. I
Yeah.
think that's important. That
I
this
did
goes
it.
on.
I did it 2 different times with 2 different types of dye. One of them was specifically for synthetic fibers. 95% polyester socks do not tie-dye.
No. No.
You'll end up buying new socks for your team.
Yep.
They'll be ruined.
And your heart will be broken.
Yes. My heart did not go on
No.
for a couple of days
No.
after that.
Celine Dion did not sing, and
No.
Jack died.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm. And Rose is a jerk.
Because of all of the socks, there was no room for him
No.
on the driftwood. And
No. You know what? Rose fell in the water too.
she did.
Yeah. Yeah. It was not a happy ending.
No,
No. And they never found that necklace.
no,
No.
no. Did you know that actually exists? Like it's a real thing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Wow.
Y'all should look it up. There are actually 2 of them. One is the Hope Diamond.
What?
In the heart of the ocean, is that what it's called in the movie? Is the other half of that diamond. Yeah.
Huh.
So anyway, I am coaching soccer now. The first 2 weeks of our practices got rained out. That was fun.
But you know what? It helped you. It helped you get over the socks
It did help me get over the socks.
and come up with a new plan for the socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I've learned a lot.
Yeah, we're okay now,
Yeah.
right?
One of my sweet friends who has coached soccer before and actually knew about the sport before she coached soccer for her kids. Like she coached all 3 of her kids, so like she did it for a while. Like she was doing that for a minute.
That's amazing. Can she
she
have
came
another
to
kid
one
and then
of-
sign them up for your
know.
team and then coach it?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, just
Can she
Just
adopt
come on.
Carson for a little while?
yeah.
In,
She would.
Just in paper?
So she came to one of the like the first time that we were actually able to have practice
Yeah.
after all of the rain. That I was trying really hard not to hate on because we needed the rain, but I was
Right.
like,
We
I gotta
did.
figure out how to play this game, and I can't do that until I get on the field.
We really
And,
needed the rain, so
yeah, she came to one of the practices and like set up a scrimmage, and she walked me through a game. She was like, "This is what soccer is." It was really good.
Wow.
And we actually held our own in our first game.
Yeah. Okay. Seriously.
Yeah, we did really good.
And that was the team that you were the most concerned
Yeah.
about.
So our first game, we went up against the coach who's been coaching for 15 years. and he coaches multiple teams. This season he has a 6U team and a 9U team.
Oh.
Like he coaches multiple teams every year.
So then he just keeps,
So like
he does that. I bet he
keeps
does
his kids.
that so he keeps those kids going.
He had all of his kids that he's got this year like in the spring. Like they just, because
And then they just
there
become
were
his
no
kids
coaches
when they
like,
go up.
he just took all of, like, we had the draft and he
Mhm.
just took all of his same kids. So like it's a
I don't think that
returning
should be
team
allowed.
with a well-seasoned coach, and we actually held our own. We had possession of the ball for like 90% of the game. I didn't know that the goalie could like come out of the goal and pick up the ball and then run it to the edge of the goal box and throw it out into the middle of the field. And that's what their goalie did repeatedly over and over throughout the entire game.
See,
And I was like,
somebody out there is laughing right now.
oh, we can do that?
See, I don't know that that's funny, but somebody
I don't
is.
know.
Somebody's
Yeah.
laughing.
And the goal box is huge. Like it's almost half the field.
Right.
So the goalie can just run around the entire goal box and like grab the ball
Yes, I knew that.
and like take it to the far end of the box and throw it as far as they can.
Yep.
And then you guys start over. You got to go get it and bring it back again,
Right.
which we did
Keep those
repeatedly.
kids busy.
So we still lost, but really only because our goalies stayed in the goal
Right. Hey, though.
and then missed it when it came past them.
That's okay. That's okay. You
Yeah.
learned so much.
We did.
It was an education.
We did. We learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. You know,
So we're actually doing good, I think. Maybe.
you are. Are
little
you
bit.
kidding me?
Yeah.
You are.
So my children refuse to play.
Such
But the
a-
other 8 kids that I've met in the last couple of weeks are having a blast.
Such is life. Such is life. I think that is just kind of par for the course.
Yeah.
At least in my life, it seems to be.
It is.
I'm really distracted by. I keep looking at the screen instead of the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I apologize, and then I'm like, oh, that
I
looks.
could try to turn it around.
I'm like, that looks
I don't know
dumb.
if
I
the
need to
cord will
stop
reach.
looking at myself, and then I'm like, what? Okay, it's fine.
Right.
It's totally fine. Anyway, you guys, what's really funny is we used to say, you used to be like, there's no way, I'm never going to be a soccer mom.
I still don't know how I feel about soccer.
yeah,
I never imagined that any of my children would want to play soccer. We are baseball people.
right? I know.
If they needed help with a softball team, I'd be like, I can't catch or throw, but I can tell a kid how to throw a ball.
Right.
Mine is more of the anxiety of a child throwing a ball towards me.
Yes. That's a valid
But
anxiety.
I
though.
can show them how to correctly throw a ball.
But what I'm saying is, there are things that we have said, like, oh, yeah, like a soccer mom. Soccer mom.
Right.
Oh, we're a soccer mom.
I got a
Like-
minivan, but I'm not a soccer mom.
But I'm not a soccer mom.
Not a soccer mom.
not a soccer mom. I
No.
am not a soccer mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been your thing that you've
Yeah.
said. Like, I'm not a soccer mom. You know what I've said? I'm never going to be a PTA mom. Never. Ever. Nope. It's not going to happen. Not going to do it. I do not fit in those mommy groups. We have said it on here. Not a PTA mom, mommy group dropout, like all of those things. Guess what God has me doing?
Obviously, it has something to do with the PTA.
Yeah, I'm the vice president of memberships on the PTA. And it seems that I've stepped into art chair.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, arts chair. I didn't either.
Did they make it up just for you?
No. I saw it on a PTA page for Texas. And I took it to the president and I was like, is this a thing? What? Do we have this? If so, can I do it? Because, y'all, there are only 5 of us on the executive board.
Yeah.
And most PTAs are like 20 people strong on the executive board.
Yeah.
And I haven't met one volunteer yet. So, in this last, like, since the last time we spoke, us, you guys, and us, Christy has become a soccer coach. I've become a PTA board member. I've quit my job. We're becoming foster parents. And like, there's so much. There's so much.
There's so much.
God is doing so much. I'm busier than I've ever been in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ever.
Yep.
Ever. And like yesterday, I was so tired. I was like flat out. Tim is working so much more. I am flat out exhausted. I have no idea how we're making ends meet. But the Lord was very clear about I had to quit my job, and fostering, once we get placement, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. And there wouldn't have been a way for me to foster and continue to work because we're doing, our age group is 0 to 5, and I've been at the school every day except for yesterday since school started.
Yeah.
It's been a lot, but then this morning, y'all, like, I put on a pep rally the other day for our school, and it was just me with a microphone, like, and a PowerPoint, and music, and it was really fun. And like, God was just, I don't know how to explain it in a way that doesn't sound like super cuckoo, like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, I realize that it sounds a little crazy.
No, I get it, because like, I'm not good with kids. Kids intimidate me greatly. Like, they legitimately do.
Yeah.
But these kids on my team are so cute.
Yeah.
Like, they're so adorable.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. Like, I'm legitimately, like, excited and happy to see them at practice all the time. And it didn't take me anywhere near as long to remember their names as I thought it was going to. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these kids. I have to have them do something for longer than half an hour.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to listen to me. And what if I don't like them?
I tell you what,
And
okay.
like, it's not been what I thought it was going to be at all.
No. First of all, PTA has been nothing like I thought it was going to be. These women are amazing. I believe that God breathed this board together. Like, we are supposed to be this board. I feel like we are going to do something really special this year and set up next year. Like, I'm really excited about what God is going to do through the school. Like, I think that we're going to really, like, do something. Like, going to get to do something.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a blessing. And all of the stuff that Josh has walked through is going to help shape what we do at the school. And it's going to help so many kids.
Yeah.
And it's going to make them feel special and loved on. And whatever foster child comes to our home, and whatever child out of the foster system that ends up being our forever kid is going to go through this same school, most likely. And by that time, we're going to have programs that really do something. I'm excited about, like, what we're talking about and what God is just bringing to our hearts, and like what is coming up. It's like there's some real, like, some meat, and there's no cattiness, and there's no typical female drama. Seriously.
Yeah.
Nothing like I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Nothing like the stereotypical.
Right. Like that, what is that TV show? It's like the American Mom, and she's hilarious.
Yes.
And she goes to the PTA meetings,
Yes.
and they're so mean to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is who I love her, and I love that show, and it's one of my favorites. That is not at all what this is. And I know that there are PTAs that are like that.
Nathan Fillion at the next PTA event.
No, I don't. I know. Absolutely not. It was just me and a microphone. It was fine. I did have to promise. I had to talk our principal into being a human hot dog. But she went for it because I'm quite convincing when I get excited about something.
And most teachers and people that work with kids have that personality anyway.
Yeah.
They just need someone to encourage it.
Yeah, and be excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, Amanda, you're just gonna have to. The principal is like, Amanda, you're just gonna have to help me step outside of my comfort zone, because I'm not great at that. But I know that you can help me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, I can. But like I was just. Yesterday I was so exhausted because the night before I'd been up until 4, and then we get up at 5:40 and like get coffee going because we got to get Josh out of bed at 6, and I was so tired. And then we were at school, and then I talked to the vice principal, and like it was just like all of this stuff, and I just was going and going and going, and I was making social media posts, like just graphics and all this stuff, and then I was going to take a 30-minute nap before I had to go get Josh, and I closed my eyes, and then the Lord gave me a picture of like this program that we're gonna like we've been talking about, like we were trying to come up with something, and I closed my eyes, and then God showed me something, and like I woke up and immediately put it in my notes app because I was like, well, I can't forget this. And then it was time to go get Josh, and I was like, God, I am so tired.
Right.
And we decided not to try and go to church last night because Tim had to go out on another job. And if he was going to be there and he was going to drive, we could have totally done it and I would have pushed through. But if I was going to drive and then try and drive back after, 8 o'clock from Lake Worth, I was like, I just don't know that I can safely make it home with my night blindness and everything. I was like, I just can't. So Josh and I just sat on, I was working on more graphics on the computer, and he was sitting next to me on the couch, and he was reading, and he had his head right here, and I had my arm propped on top of his head, and I was working on the computer, and Tim walked in, and he was like the TV's off. He goes, did I walk
What
into
is happening?
He's like, did I walk into the right house? He walked past us and went into the room, to our room, and he came back, and I said, do you think he saw us? And Josh goes, I don't think so. And Tim walks out slowly, and he goes, huh. He's like, is this the new normal? And I was like, I think that it is. And I really love the new normal. And then I slept really good last night, and I woke up this morning, and I was really excited about getting in here with you and getting this started and like what God was doing. And I started getting more ideas about the art stuff and more ideas about PTA stuff that we can bring to the school, and then more stuff about this and about what we're going to do this year and what God's going to do. And then I was driving home, and I was like, this is just all coming from you, Lord. And I was like, you are, how is all this coming? Like, where is it coming from? Because I did not think that I was going to be able to do all of these things. Honestly, I was like, I can't do this. Every time I started thinking about what this year was going to be like, And I'm not saying that I know what it's going to be like once we get placement. But people would be like, you're crazy. You have no idea what you're taking on. This is a lot. You're doing too much. Da-da-da-da-da. You're going to burn out. Da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, sure, I'm going to get tired. Yesterday, I was like teary. I was so tired. But God just really put it on my heart. He's like, I am your provision. Not just financially, but I'm your provision for these ideas. I'm your provision for strength, for inspiration, for your, enthusiasm, for your
energy.
That's what I'm trying the words that are coming out of your mouth. He's like, I am your provision in every way. Your brain power, if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Because we've talked about how, we always talk about, like when we get there,
Mm-hmm.
like when we get to the promised land, when we get here, when we're walking in this season. But here we are, we're here. Like you find yourself in it and you look around and you're like, how did I get here? You don't even recognize yourself or where you are. Like here I am on PTA without a job, about to be a foster mom, in a house, coming up with programs that, like, just being like, hey, vice principal, can I come and talk to you about something? Just because God was like, hey, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And I mean, about to start doing ministry stuff at our church, and like the possibility of traveling for that and doing stuff. It's just insane. And when I looked back at it 2 months ago, when we were talking about this year, I was like, there's no way. I don't know how I'm going to do any of this. What's going to happen? I don't know. But God is like, hey, here you are. See? You just had to put your foot out. I rose up to meet you. Put your next foot out. I rose up to meet you. Foot, meet, foot, meet, foot, meet. Seriously. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have the plan.
No.
You just look around and realize, I'm already here. Instead of, when we get there. We're here. You're in it. It's important, you guys, to look at where you are.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we get caught up in the promised land and what lies ahead. And,
Yeah.
I mean, that's always going to change.
Yeah.
Like wherever we are in our lives, what we're working toward is going to constantly be changing and evolving. So we're never going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to really remember that the promised land,
yes,
is not in this life.
Yeah.
But what we're doing, working towards it, like, is what matters.
Yes.
And taking advantage of where we are and what we're doing and where God has placed us, instead of, oh my goodness, I have to coach soccer for, only 4 more weeks.
Right, you're already in it.
I'm already in it. There's only 4 more weeks because this is Thursday. We have our game in 2 more days and there's only 4 more weeks.
Oh my gosh.
But taking advantage of those 4 weeks to pour into some kids' lives. Like, there is one little boy that is the sweetest little thing. Like, every time I kneel down to try to talk to the team, he comes and, like, sits on my knee.
Keep going. He sits on your knee.
Yeah, he comes and sits on my knee.
That's precious.
Like, he's, like, I'm pretty sure, like, he's a little cuddle bug. Like, if I were, like sitting crisscross applesauce, he would be in my lap. I had to catch myself.
I love it.
So, But he's the sweetest. He came and gave me a hug after the game on Saturday, and like it made my day. Because I'm like, if the kids are having fun and they want to play again next season, then whoever coaches them next season can teach them how to play the game.
Amen. Amen. You know what they're getting from you?
I will keep them from losing horribly.
Yeah.
And they will have fun.
And they're having fun and they're getting loved on.
Yeah.
And they're being seen.
Yes.
These are all incredibly important things. And
Yes.
sometimes I think they're more important than learning actual soccer.
They're 5.
Yeah.
A couple of them are 6. One of them is 4. So, yeah. I'm viewing my time, like, in these next 4 weeks is letting them be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping that they're having fun. My own children are not.
That's hilarious.
Trying to pour into them a little bit.
Yes.
And then they can learn skills from someone else.
Absolutely.
But I have to recognize where I am and where God has placed me right now instead of I just have to make it through.
Right.
I remember
What?
like it right before summer started, I was like, I have to just stop trying to survive.
Yeah, amen. Yep. So how'd
And
that go?
Came full. Oh no, that
Oh,
went out the door like that day as soon as I left because summer was.
How was
Well,
it?
it was what it was.
It was
We
what it
lost
was.
3 chickens, and summer was what it was.
Yeah, the chickens are no longer.
Chickens are no longer.
They're chicken angels now.
They are, and we
They
didn't
have
even
wings.
get
They
to
can
enjoy
fly.
them.
They can fully fly
They could
now.
already fly.
But they can really fly now.
Yeah, we learned that they could fly because they roosted in the tree, pretty high up, and then were taken from the tree. So
I believe they can fly.
yeah, now they can. Summer was what it was.
They could.
And the
touch
whole
the
like,
sky.
I'm not going to just survive the summer. We're going to have a great summer. And no, it was very much like Survivor season 85
Season 85.
at my house over the summer. But I think that like these last few weeks, it has kind of been like, enjoy it. Stop just trying to survive it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except when it came to the uniforms for the soccer team.
Let's please not talk about
We're not
that.
going to. We're not going to because they're blue lightning.
But like, how did I get here? I blame it on my word for the year.
What was that word again?
Do the thing. I have done the thing.
Oh my
Like-
gosh.
The opportunities arrive, and I hear it in the back of my head, and then I find myself doing the thing. And I'm growing,
Yeah, you are.
for sure.
I can't remember my word. What was it? Do you remember? I wonder if I have it written down.
You've got to have it written down. Why would you not write it down?
I'm sure I do. I just wonder where.
You know, this cup is like the same size as my head.
It is. It's gigantic.
Look at it.
Christy got us new cups for our new
Look
for
at
our
us
new era.
side by side. They're like the same.
Look how tiny mine is. They're in direct opposite.
Oh, it really is. Look at it.
I know. You are not that small. But that is just that big. Huh.
I hope my face isn't this small.
I wonder what it is.
Man. If I thought about it really, really hard for a couple of days, I could remember. It's probably, I mean, we have an episode.
I know.
I'll just go find it.
Yeah, okay, so I have a great Bible verse to go with all of this. Here we go. Can I find it? I just have.
Of course you can.
I just have. Ah! 1 Thessalonians 5:24. The one who calls you is faithful and he will do it. You guys, if God has called you, to do the thing that you're doing and you're walking in, he's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what God is really showing me lately.
That's one that's been on my mirror for a long time. I may have taken it down at the beginning of the year to make room, but it was there for a long
To
time.
make room for all the new things that she has to write up there. I love it. I'm going to put it on this mirror because now we have a mirror we can put stuff on. Okay. You guys, the Lord has really impressed upon me the fact that he has not called us to handle things outside of our yard. Okay? Okay? So there are things that...
I don't know why I find that so
It's
amusing.
It's funny. Okay. So there are things that he expects for us to handle, that he's given us to, hold. And there are things that are his responsibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he wants us to take care of our yard. He doesn't need us to take care of the things outside of our yard. If something comes into our yard, then we can handle it. Everything else,
Lord, fix the holes in the fence around my yard.
yeah, everything else, God's got. He didn't ask you to go outside of your yard and do that. Unless he says, hey, I'm going to put this in your yard for a while, and I want you to tend to it.
Like a possum.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the possum, the rats, all the things that Christy deals with. It's because, God brought them in because he needs to use them.
There's a squirrel in my attic.
There's a squirrel in my attic.
Like right now.
I know. There's a squirrel. Sorry. What's in your yard that you haven't tended to? And what are you tending to that is not in your yard that you need to let God take care of again?
Sometimes you need to trim the trees so the squirrels can't get onto your roof and into your attic.
You can't control the things that are outside of your yard. I mean, you can try, but God never called you to deal with those things.
I'm really enjoying this analogy right now.
Right?
Yeah.
He has really humbled me in a lot of ways by saying, hey, but is that in your yard? No, Lord. Okay, then can you hand it back to me? Okay, I'm sorry, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Get back on your own property.
Yeah. Get out of my yard. You can tell the enemy to get out of your
Get
yard.
out of my yard.
Get off my lawn. You do it.
Get off the grass.
Yeah, exactly.
In 20 different languages.
I had to lay down a lot of stuff at the altar that I was carrying around because honestly, I think that I've become more of a hindrance because God needs to be able to move freely and I keep getting in the way. Are there some people?
Because it's not in your yard.
Yeah. Are there people that you keep trying to do their grass? You don't need to cut their grass. God's got that. They may not be able to cut their own grass, but God can. Maybe you need to stop. Maybe he's got a full yard crew. Like he wants to bless them with something big and amazing. And you keep getting over there with your little push mower. And you're not making great lines. Get out of their grass. Let him do what he's going to do. I don't know. That's for somebody. Somebody needed to hear that other than me. He is going to put things in your lawn to deal with. But other than that, you take care of the things in your own lawn. And then you will be able to go where he calls you to go and do what he calls you to do. But if you're so busy taking care of the whole cul-de-sac, you are not going to have time to do the things that he's called you to do, and you won't be able to take the step that he says, hey, step in that direction. Go. I'm going to provide and I'm going to sustain you. Because your hands are going to be too full of grass. Or dirt.
Yeah.
Someone else's dirt.
Yeah.
Soapbox over.
There we go. So, sometimes we find ourselves in unexpected places.
Yes.
Just remember, God may have put you there for a reason.
Absolutely.
So don't just try to survive it, try to thrive in it.
Amen. Amen. Awesome.
It's so good to be back.
It is. I'm very excited. I don't know if you can tell.
She is. She was a little too perky for me this morning on Marco Polo. Aren't you excited?
God's gonna do stuff. It's gonna be a new era. Season 6, here we come. Yeah. It's like 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah. Christy's like, stop.
Like, I just got home from taking half of them to school.
Half of
The
them.
other one is screaming because he doesn't want to go to school. You need to chill out.
Sorry.
I almost responded, no, I am not. I am not excited.
Reel it back in, Amanda. Sorry. Okay, guys. If you are not following us on social media, you need to be. I just ate the mic. Ow. Okay. Follow us on social media. Follow us on YouTube. Gosh, I keep doing it.
No, at Send Help Podcast.
At Send Help Podcast. Go to our website, thesendhelppodcast.com. Yes, the. You can listen to us on all of the
All the
podcast
things.
streaming
And
platforms.
if there's one that you're looking for us and you can't find us, we probably don't know it exists. So let us
Amen.
know.
Yes, absolutely. Share us with your friends, please. Share.
Fire.
And we will see you next week. And I know we've said that
Sharing
before,
is caring.
but we mean it this time. And hopefully we will start our Bible studies back up.
Yeah.
Our devotionals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that we have more time. More time? More time. Yeah. More time. Okay, we love you. Bye. Is it playing music? It is. Very softly. I really hope that recorded the sound.
Oh, because it fades. When you add it into the audio, it starts out really quiet. And then, so that it's over us talking, and then it gets louder. But we're not fading it.
Right,
on
because
this.
it's already a faded
Yeah.
clip.
But it mutes our mics, so like we can't talk.
Oh. It's okay.
I forgot that there was like a little lag time. Okay.